Could you talk about the wrist? What percentage is it? And is it a re-injury of a previous injury? Can you give us the details on it, please?
Um, it's a little sore, but I mean, it's basketball. You're gonna suffer some bumps and bruises, so I'll be all right.
A little sore that your coach said you couldn't even shoot. Can you give us a percentage of what it is?
Um, right now, I wouldn't be able to say. I had a couple of days to rest it, so I guess I'll, see how I feel today in practice. Oh, my bad.
Keith, can you talk just a little bit about kind of the stretch you guys are in and maybe the challenges and if this is the type of adversity that you guys can learn from and what you have learned so far? Just playing without some important guys and the strength of your schedule kind of where it is.
Yeah, definitely. We can learn from it, and it also is an opportunity for other guys to step up and do some things that coach probably didn't expect they could do. So, it helps players gain confidence, and it helps us grow as a team.
Follow up to that, did your teammates show you something the other night with some of the Moxie and the fact that you got things out of 10 players that we haven't seen, and can that help this team in the long run, do you think, Keith?
Oh yeah, definitely. It definitely can help us in the long run. Once we get all our guys back healthy, we'll have some extra weapons coming off the bench that no one would expect. So, and like I said before, it also helps with their confidence, knowing that they can do some things out there on the floor that they haven't been allowed to because of the guys that have been playing in front of them.
Keith, the other night, most of the guys in the room, were more worried about the loss, didn't care that Tom was happy that you guys played hard and all that. But is this team better equipped, do you think, to be able to bounce back with another tough game just, 2 nights after, I guess? Is it better than maybe some other teams you've been on?
I feel like our character on our team is a little different. We have so many different goals that we want to accomplish. We just can't let one game bother us, and we just got to continue pushing and staying together and see how the rest of the season goes.
Keith, what are your impressions to your right of Iowa? I don't know how much you've been able to see them yet. And then do you think that Iowa looks at you guys as sort of a key hurdle? I mean, they came so close to beating you a couple times last year.
Yeah, I feel like Iowa is one of the more dangerous teams in the conference. They are very experienced. They have a lot of guys that have played with each other for a number of years, and they came close to beating us in the Big Ten tournament last year. So we just got to focus in, stay together, and see what happens.
They are obviously a good scoring team right now. I think they have the top scoring offense in the Big Ten. You guys have the top scoring defense, best scoring defense. How do you play them? Just kind of talk about the matchup and with those two categories there on the line.
We just got to continue to do what we've been doing. Our principles are going to remain the same no matter who we play. We're just going to have to contest some shots and rebound and get our break going like we did early on in the year.
What do they do so well?
They can score the basketball. It's as simple as that. They have a great transition game. A lot of different guards that can bring the ball up, and they have a few shooters. So like I said, they're one of the more dangerous teams in the conference. So we just have to be ready to play.
Back to your first point about your situation, are you just resigned to the fact, especially with BJ out and AP uncertain, that what doesn't kill you, you're going to have to play over? You're just going to have to play with pain?
Yeah, definitely. We already have two of our key players down. If I chose to sit out, who knows what might happen. So, I just want to do whatever I can to help my teammates win and continue to, fight through the adversity.
Anything else for Keith? Not to keep going back to these injuries, Keith, but is the wrist the biggest concern for you now? It looked like you hurt it in the Indiana game again on that spill, but is that the biggest thing right now?
Yeah, I feel like I said, basketball, you're gonna suffer some bumps and bruises, but I feel like it's one of the more injuries that is affecting me the most because it's the hand that I shoot with. But like I said, I've had a couple of days to rest it, so I'm just gonna have to see how it feels in practice today.
Keith, what was your practice schedule like last week, and what do you think it'll be this week in terms of what you can do in practice? And then also, with the wrist affecting the shooting, does that force you to focus more on other aspects of your game and kind of work on some other things, or you just try to pretend like it's not there and play the way you always play?
I mean, I can't pretend like it's not there. I mean, that's impossible. I just feel like, my presence on the floor is the main thing. I have to be able to vocalize and lead my teammates and, do other things, because at the end of the day, just scoring the basketball and shooting the basketball is not going to help you win games.
And then about practice, how much did you practice last week, and what do you think that'll be like for you this week?
I practiced majority of practice last week, but I kind of got in and out of certain things. So I don't know how it's gonna go. We're just gonna have to play it by hand. But I'm not the type of person that likes to sit out of practice. So I'm just gonna have to see how it go.
One quick follow-up on, I know after the game Saturday night, you took it pretty hard. Has that feeling dissipated a little bit? And if so, why and how? And kind of where's your mindset and you think the rest of the team after that?
No, I don't think it has, because that's a game that not only myself, but I think my teammates wanted to win very badly, not only for, the team and the Big Ten season, but for all the guys who came back to support us. But, like I said, it's just one game. It's a long season. We just have to continue to get better.
Can you use it to your advantage somehow, do you think, those feelings?
Oh, yeah, definitely. The way I felt after that game, I never want to feel again. So we're just going to have to use that as motivation moving forward in the Big Ten season.